that's entertainment. You know, when you're a great fighter, a great entertainer in general, you want the person to say, when do I see that person again? When's he gonna play again? When's he gonna fight again? You know, you gotta be able, if you can't put in seats, you're gonna get fired. You know.
40 fight, and I have Crawford winning this fight. Crawford's gonna win this fight doing something that nobody's done to Canelo.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. And it didn't take me going to camp to know this.
Okay.
Weight game. So Israel Madrimov says that if Terence Crawford bulks up, that's going to be the biggest mistake he can possibly make. And that's going to hinder him from being victorious against Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Mike Tyson talked about training with Terence Crawford and shared his advice for his big fight against Canelo. He said it's really important for a fighter to stay calm before such a big event. Tyson explained that the pressure is always high in these moments, but the biggest challenge is in the mind. If Terence can stay focused and not let the pressure get to him, he'll be able to fight at his best and make it look easier to win.
You know, fighters, pressure, right? Pressure's not being hit. You know, everybody thinks pressure's like getting on, staying on. Pressure's the thought of being hit. And that's how they fall. The thought is going, I'm not hitting that hard, but they think I am.
Right. So
it's all psychological.
Are you, when you're walking to the ring, are you noticing anything, or are you so locked in?
I see everything moving. Every person, every girl, I see everything.
Dude, your walk-ins would last longer than the fights sometimes.
Do anyone have a napkin on my towels? Because I'm sweating like a pit with one hole up here.
You're sweating.
We will get you one.
You're sweating.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're sweating like Charles Barkley at a spelling bee.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sweating pretty hard there too.
Exactly. So Mike, we all know you hit hard. Who was the first person that when they hit you, you was like, oh, okay, this guy hits pretty hard?
Amir Khan, an experienced boxer who once fought Canelo Alvarez, shared his thoughts on a possible fight between Canelo and Terence Crawford. He said it would be a huge event, with both fighters bringing incredible skills. Khan praised Canelo for his experience and success in higher weight classes, but also pointed out that Crawford has serious punching power and is looking stronger as he moves up in weight. He believes this won't be a one-sided fight because both men have the ability to change the outcome at any moment. For Khan, it's more than just another match. It's a battle between two top-level fighters, and he sees it as a very hard fight to call.
He did that to Canelo after, so to your point, can Crawford do the same? Coming up from 54 and 47, can he, or will that, throw off the catch and shoot? I was gonna catch and shoot,
We're not catching the shoot.
Make me think.
We're not catching the shoot.
We're catching it, resetting, and getting out of this range for a minute or two.
My fight with Arrow, I came back to the corner, I had a look on my face, I guess. And my dad said, what's wrong? I said, nothing. Like, classic Sean, nothing. He said, Sean, tell me what's wrong. I said, my legs are kind of tight. He said, your legs kind of tight? He looked back, looked behind him. He would always do this and look back at the other corner. I don't know why. He looked back at them.
It was a habit problem.
He said, all right, we're not going to use our legs so much this round. And I was thinking to myself, like, I need these legs.
I'm not trying to wear these shots.
Yeah, so, to your point, when there's a feeling,
when the nervous system goes out.
Where does that adjustment take place? Do you trust the adjustment? Do you implement it? So that next round I did settle down a little more. I was
lost the round.
Whatever. Hell up.
I don't even know what round it is. Chill out.
You don't even know what round it is. Pour this water on you. So we got some time until this fight. So we ain't gotta pour it all out at one time. We'll work our way up to this one.
Try to get on big guests to lead up to the fight.
Expect some more very, very big guests, and expect some very, very big things from the Puerto Rico podcast. The week of Crawford versus Canelo versus Crawford takes place here. What is that? September 6th?
13th. I was just gonna say, I've been critical of the fight because I felt like it serves as a foreground to the Ali Act stuff. And
analysts have raised concerns about Terence Crawford's age and lack of experience in higher weight classes. By the time he might face Canelo, Crawford will be 38, and age can affect important things like speed, reflexes, and recovery, especially in a tough fight. Although he moved up to 154 pounds to fight Israel Madrimov, many still aren't convinced that one fight proves he's ready for someone as experienced in heavier divisions as Canelo. Experts agree that Crawford's skills are still sharp, but his body might not perform like it used to. They see this potential matchup as the biggest challenge of his career, not just in terms of skill, but also physically and mentally.
Being successful, September 13th, Las Vegas, Nevada, Allegiant Stadium, when he takes on another first ballot Hall of Famer, 4-division world champion, 2-time undisputed world champion, and reigning undisputed super middleweight world champion, Mexican superstar boxer Saul Canelo Alvarez, who is 63 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 wins by way of knockout. Terence Crawford had one fight at 154. That was against Israel Majimov, the WBA junior middleweight world champion, right? And since then, Terence Crawford has moved up now to 168 to challenge Canelo Alvarez, okay? And so prior to that, he spent 5 years at what? Welterweight. So the concern that people have for Terence Crawford, rightfully so, is that Terence Crawford will be 38 years of age 2 weeks after the fight. So he's 37, okay? Terence Crawford has one fight at 154. Prior to that, Terence Crawford has been competing, okay, since 2018 for the last 7 years at 147. Since June of 2018, he's been fighting at 147. His only fight outside of that division in the last 5 to 6 years was his fight against Israel Majimov at 154, which he won, unanimous decision. I thought he handily won, but people thought that he struggled. Israel Majimov is now 10 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 7 wins by way of knockout because he lost his last fight to Mexican superstar, WBC junior middleweight interim champion Virgil Ortiz Jr.
Crawford and his team have been clear about how seriously they're preparing for a possible fight with Canelo. They're learning from the mistakes made by Jermall Charlo, who was clearly outmatched by Canelo, and are focused on doing things differently. Crawford has stressed that he's not Charlo. His fighting style, discipline, and ring intelligence are what set him apart. His team is building a strategy based on movement, accuracy, and smart pacing, knowing that raw power alone won't be enough to beat Canelo. Their goal is to frustrate him with defense and take advantage of counterpunching opportunities. Training has been intense, with tough conditioning and sparring sessions designed to match the kind of power and pressure Canelo brings.